On Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, the Jupiter Police Department contacted the Indian River County Sheriff's Office to report a stabbing that had taken place within their jurisdiction. The suspect, 28-year-old Nicholas David Peresco, was identified and was last seen fleeing the scene at high speed heading north on I-95. In response, deputies immediately made their way to the South County line, preparing to intercept the suspect's vehicle. Utilizing LPR cameras, the Real-Time Crime Center was able to track the vehicle's location, continuously sharing live updates with deputies regarding its direction and speed. The vehicle sped along in the outer lane, continuing its journey northward on I-95, passing over the bridge. It appeared that Peresco was attempting to put more distance between himself and law enforcement, though he continued northbound on the highway. The chase grew more intense as he moved into the outer lane, significantly speeding down I-95. I quickly moved ahead, trying to block his path, and soon realized he was headed directly toward a situation that would trap him. He was about to get stuck. In a final attempt to escape, Peresco pushed forward, but his vehicle ended up in the water. Against all odds, he managed to inch through, narrowly avoiding complete failure. Despite his efforts, Peresco was eventually trapped. His attempt to flee was unsuccessful, and he was ultimately captured, forced to face the consequences of his reckless actions. On May 9th, 2024, in Miami-Dade County, Florida, 27-year-old Molina Logan walked into a South Miami car dealership with a seemingly innocent request, a test drive of 2024 Honda Civic. However, she had no intention of returning the car. As soon as Logan left the dealership, she turned the test drive into a daring car theft, sparking a dramatic pursuit. The chase escalated quickly as Logan raced down the Palmetto Highway, reaching speeds of up to 90 miles per hour. The high-speed pursuit came to a head near the steep emergency exit on Northwest 25th Street. In a sudden loss of control, Logan crashed into several vehicles, causing significant damage to the Honda Civic and wedging it against a concrete wall right before the exit to 25th Street in Miami. Despite the wreck, Logan refused to give up. She jumped out of the car, climbed onto the concrete curb, and leaped into a nearby pond in a desperate bid to escape. But the police were ready. They immediately deployed a containment strategy, throwing a rope to try and pull her out of the water. However, Logan stubbornly resisted. Currently, Logan is facing a slew of serious charges: vehicle theft, 2 counts of assaulting a police officer, fleeing and eluding law enforcement, leaving the scene of an accident and resisting arrest. On October 9th, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Clayton Block received a call from the Saline County Sheriff's Office about a bail bondsman in need of assistance. A wanted man with multiple felony warrants was attempting to flee town in his large blue pickup truck. This vehicle, a heavy-duty machine with 2 sets of rear wheels, commonly referred to as a dolly among truck drivers and police officers, was proving difficult to catch. Trooper Block eventually caught up and maintained pace as the dolly navigated the narrow back roads of Saline County. Watch as this truck occupies nearly half the street, creating a significant hazard for innocent drivers.
It's a dually truck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to try here.
The high-speed chase soon took a toll on the truck's tires. The suspect was on the verge of popping one, and another tire wouldn't be far behind.
47, make sure you've got a hard cover spot before you set those up. Careful, yes sir. 41 to 47, I'm not going to careful, let's find a place to keep like up. Right, please. And we're
going about 50. He's lost 2 tires, so you gotta be careful because it's about out of control.
The decrease in speed allowed Trooper Block to follow closely and make contact with the suspect's vehicle. It only took one solid shove to bring this chase to an end once and for all.
TV out. Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Now. I didn't do nothing. Get your hands behind your back. Yes, sir. Sir, 14 says go ahead and start firing. Why was he shooting at me? Why were you running? Because he started shooting at me. I pulled over to see what he wanted. He started shooting at me.
Don't believe a word this suspect says. He ran because he didn't want to go to jail. Meanwhile, he got to enjoy a ride in the back of a cop car while his precious truck went up in flames. Ultimately, he was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, and driving with fictitious tags, in addition to all the other crimes he had committed prior to this chase. In Southern California, a murder suspect is being pursued by several dozen police patrols in a black Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. But the pursuit isn't going as smoothly as expected. The chase, which began in San Diego, seemed to be heading towards Los Angeles, with the suspect continuing to evade capture. As the pursuit neared the parking lots of Ontario, an urban area near Riverside, it appeared the police were running out of options to stop the suspect. That's when a brave trucker named Mike Chabon decided to take matters into his own hands. While waiting in an intersection and observing the suspect's reckless driving, he made a bold decision. In a daring move, Mike drove his truck directly into the suspect's vehicle, bringing it to an abrupt halt. This courageous action allowed the police to finally apprehend the suspect. However, the truck took the brunt of the impact. The collision severely damaged the chassis, bending it partially and rendering the vehicle inoperable, while the police successfully made the arrest.
Alright, he just slowed up with making a U-turn. Give me around. U-turn and climb back.
It was just after 1:15 p.m. on May 7th, 2024, when Whitehall police received a hit on a stolen vehicle. A flock camera had done its job, spotting a car linked to a recent aggravated robbery in Columbus. Patrol units rolled out fast. The suspects? Teenagers. But don't let their age fool you. These weren't first-timers. These teens had a history with stolen cars, and today, they were determined to get away.
He's just making a U-turn. We're going to go southbound.
The chase started in Whitehall, but as the stolen Hyundai picked up speed and swerved deeper into the city, Whitehall officers called it backup. Columbus police jumped in, ready for whatever came next. That's when things escalated. The teens ditched the first stolen vehicle, then stole another one on the run. Yes, you heard that right. A 2-car chase in broad daylight. As sirens screamed and the pursuit intensified, the Hyundai's driver made a fatal mistake. Near Climb and River Bend roads, the suspect slammed head-on into a police cruiser. 3 more cruisers were damaged in the chaos. But the chase wasn't over yet. With backup in position and adrenaline running high, one officer pulled off a perfect pit maneuver. The Hyundai veered off course, crashing hard into a tree. Moments later, the suspects were pulled from the wreck and placed in cuffs. No one could believe the madness they had just witnessed. Both teens were taken into custody and are now being held in juvenile detention. Their next hearing is pending, but their criminal history with stolen cars makes it clear this wasn't their first joyride.